So hello, I just have a poem, and this is called Mother of God. So Mother of God, behold the handmaid of the Lord, her gracious response, her glorious reward. She gave up herself for the love of the Son. Christ is the King, his reign is now come. He rules in the hearts of all those who choose to believe in his life and receive his good news. Mother of God brought him into the world, the salvation of man, our redemption unfurled. Love as your own, the Lord's earthly mother. Our hearts join in Christ as we pray for each other. The blessings of God will fall on us all who open our hearts and follow his call. The saints up in heaven, the children of earth, Mary's deep love, eternal from birth. Victorious Christ springs from her womb, God in the flesh, his word in full bloom. So that's just a poem I wrote for Mother Mary. And I'm up close today. My selfie stick broke, so I'm just holding the phone with my hand, so I'm a bit closer than normal. But yeah, just a couple of things I want to talk about in this video. You know, I think that we're headed. It seems at the moment that we're headed into World War III, and I think it probably has already started. Probably started a long time ago, you know. But it's going to get, become, I think it's going to become a nuclear war. I think there's going to be at least tactical nuclear weapons are going to be used in the very near future on some base in Europe. Definitely, I think it's going to affect us here in Europe. I don't foresee it happening. Like, I don't think Ireland will be in direct danger of being nuked, but I do. There are certainly European countries that are in danger. Our danger here is that once this happens, the breakdown of the kind of global supply chain, the food shortages, that kind of thing. But then the refugees, it'll become crazy. And if we have the same leaders in power that we do now, they'll just open the gates, and Ireland will become like a bedlam, and it'll be a hard problem to fix in the future. But that's what I foresee happening, unfortunately, and I think that World War III has started, and we're not being told about it. I'm just listening to interviews with Putin on social media sites, and he's talking war. He's talking about using nuclear weapons, and I think he'll do it. Yeah, I do think he'll do it, unfortunately. Yeah, and I think that unfortunately, we are the whole world's going to suffer for this. I think it's because once these nuclear weapons are dropped, or it'll just get crazy, the whole rest of the world, because although they've been used in the past, they were only used once, and everybody's kind of agreed, okay, that's serious, let's not use those. But once one person, namely probably Putin, once he uses it, then it's kind of the game is kind of open then for other people to use it. People get scared, and countries are going to get scared, and it's going to be bedlam. I think, yeah, it's going to be serious. So, but there's nothing we can do about that. We can't worry about it. Even just all we can do is pray, really, and try and get our own corner of the world, our own little country in order. So, but yeah. That's what I foresee. Yeah, food shortages, war, and then huge refugee crisis, and then other things as well. I'm sure, like there'll be other things as well that'll make it even more challenging. So I think we're in for a challenging few years ahead. That's the way it looks. And I'm just thinking myself back to Our Lady of Fatima and her message about she's one of her messages was about that Russia at the time would spread its errors throughout the world, and then we're seeing that now with even though the USSR has fallen and technically given up communism, that Marxist ideology has spread to the rest of the world, and we have that now in Europe and the Western world, and it's rotted us from the inside out. Those bad ideas, those godless ideas. We've become really weak because we've removed God from the center of our lives, and we've taken God out of society, and people hate God now, and they hate the church. And it's okay to do that in the media. It's like bashing the church and bashing Jesus is totally acceptable, even lauded, and people are called brave for doing it. So I think we're like and the other thing as well, that we're celebrating Pride. And Pride, I'm just looking at it from a spiritual perspective. Like, pride comes before a fall. So if we're celebrating pride in our society, that means that like the next thing is a fall. That's just the way it is, because all this ancient old wisdom is there for a reason. It's there because it's true and it's accurate. Pride does come before a fall. So our society, our governments, and our media and our institutions are celebrating pride, and the next thing then after that, what comes next? It's our demise, our fall. So I think we just have to accept that there's going to be challenging times in the near future. I think that we in Ireland are in a unique position in that we can make a correction and turn things around, and that's I think some countries are gone too far, but we're not. We can turn it around. I believe so. So yeah, and I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to turn it around. Now, I just wanted to do 1 second because I make notes because I keep forgetting about things that I want to speak about. So bear with me 1 second. And oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I was listening to the radio. The neutrality. Our government now are basically giving the okay for Ireland to get involved with kind of a European-wide defence manoeuvres. It sounds good, kind of like on paper, except for that. I think that we would be better off preserving our neutrality, even though we're in a strategic position. Maybe for I think we would be far better off preserving our neutrality, in that we could, because we don't have any natural kind of enemies. Like we're not the enemy of. Well, up until recently, we weren't enemies with any major powers like Russia or China or Israel, but of course our government have changed all that recently. Now we probably are. Russia probably sees us as an enemy. Israel sees us as an enemy now, and those guys have nuclear weapons. And if World War III breaks out, we're a soft target. So I think that the safest thing we could do is stay out of this world war. Just guard our neutrality, and then when because we don't, before our stupid governments got into start sticking our noses in where it doesn't belong. We would have been the ideal people to broker peace deals between other nations, because we didn't have anything against them; they had nothing against us. So, but our government and our allegiance to the EU, and the EU kind of is basically so it's basically the new USSR. It's a European Socialist Republic, and we're just a satellite republic within that. That's really what's happened, and that's just the way it is. But I think we need to get away from that, get our independence back, get our sovereignty back, and and reclaim our neutrality, and start looking after ourselves. While we still can, and not get dragged into a world war that would be absolutely devastating for a tiny island like us. Like, we could be absolutely decimated in a very short space of time. So we don't want to do that. That's it's an insane thing to even think about, entering Ireland into a world war. But that's what these guys are thinking about, and I see that, like, it's happening in America, and it's happening in Germany, and I think in the UK maybe too. They're talking about conscription, and the other thing is, like, they're not going to just conscript. They're probably, if they could try and bring that into Ireland too. I'm sure they'll try. So, but I haven't met any European person who wants to go to war, who has, I haven't met any, but yet our governments are talking about, going to war and conscription. It's like it's almost as if they just want to kill as many people as possible in a short amount of time, by whatever means possible. That seems to me to be what's going on here. It's like create as much chaos and create a bloodbath in every way possible, and just when it's all over, then whoever's these guys that come up out of the bunkers, they're super rich or they're super powerful, and they'll try and remake the world in the way they want it to be. I don't think they're going to succeed in that. I think it's doomed to fail. Just as because of the Book of Revelations, I believe that that's an accurate foretelling of. I basically think it's the times that we're living in now. It's telling us about now. I think that this is the World War III is like the this is it. You know, this is the Antichrist thing, and you know the kind of the you know the just before Jesus returns. I think he's actually coming back. And if you had told me that 5 years ago, if I had said that 5 years ago, I thought people who believed that were crazy. But now I'm thinking, I've changed my mind completely. I do believe he's coming back, and you know it's going to be good, but it's going to be a difficult ride between now and then. I think, you know. But we have to have hope, and just have hope and pray. The only thing I think prayers are really powerful. I think we can change the world primarily through prayer first, and then action. You know, but our prayers are kind of like they, you know, we have a spirit, and this is the thing. Like we've been told, you know, we're just meat robots and you know meat puppets, and you know, there's, you know, this is that Marxist kind of ideology, that atheistic kind of materialist thing, you know, that the spirit doesn't matter, it doesn't exist, there's nothing beyond this life. You're just here, and then you know it's meaningless, and then you die. And that's not it at all. This life is full of meaning. You know, this is the whole purpose of life, is that it is meaningful, and that we are to find meaning in life, and to create, and to you know to well, not merely to find meaning, yeah, to find meaning in life. And I think the more meaningful we make life, the better it is, you know. And you know, and that's through healthy relationships and creating love and things like that, you know, not through consumerism, and you know, and kind of, you know, all that distraction, all that stuff, you know. It's through relationships, spiritual development, helping each other, praying for each other, that kind of thing, you know. But anyway, that's I think I might just leave it there. Thanks for watching the video. I'm going to have you know, I'm going to have a few more. I'm probably going to have an idea for a video I'm going to do in the weekend, so watch out for that. And yeah, God bless. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.